our names are Jane
and Yuha, and we are the Glucose Guardians. Today we are going to talk about why sugar makes us hyperactive. We discovered that our siblings start to get a sudden sugar rush after consuming too much sugar.
As you can see, this is our table of contents. We discovered that our siblings started to get a sudden sugar rush after consuming too much sugar. This made us curious why they were always so happy and hyperactive after they had a sugary snack, so we really got into the topic sugar hyperactivity.
Sugar is a sweet substance made from plants, and it comes in the form of tiny white or brown crystals. There are three types of the common sugar: sucrose, glucose, and fructose, and we're going to mainly focus on sucrose today. Sugar gives you quick energy and is part of a group called carbohydrates. One of the most simplest sugars, monosaccharide, is found in foods like grapes.
People enjoy sugar because it makes food taste good. Just be careful, too much sugar isn't healthy.
Jane.
Now we would like to tell you more about our main topic, sugar hyperactivity.
Sugar is rumored to have a common chemical called serotonin. However, it's not true. Sugar actually triggers the reward system in your brain, which releases dopamine chemicals. Dopamine chemicals are called the happy chemicals for a reason. This can give you a burst of energy known as the sugar rush by children. However, after the boost, you can feel drowsy, but we're going to explain that later on.
Before we chose this topic, we knew that sugar tasted sweet and it made us hyperactive. And then a number two crash. However, we thought is sugar hyperactivity related to science? We soon delved into the magical world of sugar and learned about the sweet tasting food and grain.
Does sugar really make humans hyper? Some scientists argue that sugar actually causes a common chemical called serotonin, and another said that the background information actually affects you, not the sugar. However, both of them aren't true. After you consume sugar, it triggers the reward system in you that releases dopamine chemicals, which can cause feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. Why will we get a sugar crash after the sugar rush? After you consume sugar, it will signal the brain's reward system, which will cause you to feel happy. However, after you consume sugar, your reward system wants more and more rewards, which will cause you to eat more and more sugar. There's a part of your body called the pancreas, and it uses insulin as a type of tool in order to control blood sugar levels. However, after you rapidly consume sugar, your pancreas rapidly uses insulin in order to control blood sugar levels, which results in your sudden drowsiness.
When you eat sugar, it creates dopamine chemicals that give you a burst of energy. However, did you know that sugar could affect your mood? If you consume a lot of sugar, you might feel pleasure and satisfaction. But have you noticed that your mood gets fouler? Blame sugar. Your blood sugar can drop, causing you to be tired and irritated easily. Higher blood glucose has been associated with anger, sadness, and nervousness. While sugar is rumored that it makes you happy, it can also lead to feelings like sadness and angriness afterwards. Candy and soda are equally sweet, but which one makes us more hyper? Soda is made out of corn syrup and candy has a higher sugar concentration. Although they are both sweets, corn syrup is made out of a completely different molecule. So that means that corn syrup can't produce the same hyperactivity that sugar has. Corn syrup, HFCS, is mostly constructed out of glucose and some of the glucose is converted into fructose using enzymes.
There are many benefits and disadvantages of sugar. Sugar can help reduce stress by helping to reduce a stress hormone called cortisol. It also provides energy because sugar signals the reward system in you and makes you feel more satisfied than usual. It also provides primary nutrition because your brain uses glucose as a sort of fuel source in order to perform some of the most basic tasks, just as thinking, memory, and learning. However, sugar has many disadvantages as well. There's sugar addiction. When sugar triggers the reward system and your brain wants more and more rewards, which will cause sugar to become addictive. There are three consequences to this. One is diabetes. when your pancreas doesn't have enough insulin in order to control blood sugar levels. There's also obesity, when sugar becomes addictive and you consume too much sugar, that you become obese. And sugar crash, when after consuming too much sugar, the body rapidly uses insulin to control blood sugar levels, which causes blood glucose levels to decrease, which usually results in drowsiness.
Some people think that if sugar has so many side effects, isn't artificial flavors a safer bet? No, it actually has more health problems than sugar. For example, food and drinks made by a substance called sucralose can lead to serious health problems such as heart disease and risk of strokes. Although sugar can cause side effects such as diabetes and obesity, we still need sugar to survive because it provides primary nutrition and produces dopamine chemicals. How can we eat sweet things while avoiding these side effects? I think it's too early to tell you that, so before we tell you that, let me tell you about our experiment. Firstly, we would like to tell you a game called the reaction test. In order to detect blood sugar levels, each person has to take a test. The specific test measures reaction time, so as shown in the right. When the red box suddenly changes into a green background, it will tell you how many milliseconds it took. The website will then each person will have to consume a specific nutrient and then fast. First, we prepared 27 grams of sugar, 27 grams of corn syrup or Sprite, and 27 grams of sucralose, which we call zero soda. And then the sequences are: we first observed the blood glucose and we detected the blood pressure.
With these requirements, we need a method, and our method is to make 4 people with similar blood pressure and blood sugar levels take the reaction test. Then they will fast for 1 hour. So then after fasting, they will have to consume the assigned nutrient. Afterwards, we will wait 30 to 60 minutes and we will observe any changes of their weight, blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and reaction times. Lastly, if we repeat this 4 to 5 times, we will know if a substitute of sugar, soda, or sugar might make us hyperactive.
There were 4 volunteers and we tested them through 3 rounds. And in the first round, we observed their original blood pressure, blood glucose, their weight, and they gained the reaction test. In the second round, we did the same thing, but before we tested them, we gave them 2 sugar cubes. We kept doing this experiment 4 times, but in each round, we tested them in different ingredients like sucralose, sugar, Coke, and different kinds of sodas and more.
After consuming sugar, the participants' reaction time increased by 25 milliseconds. This is significantly faster than the 13.75 millisecond change of soda and the 5 millisecond change of the substitutes. Sugar also increased average blood sugar levels compared to baseline with 50 milligrams to the 40 milligrams, and artificial sweeteners show relatively almost no change at all, meaning that sugar cost changes the most.
Eating too much sugar can cause your blood pressure to go up and down quickly. When you eat a lot of sugar, you might feel a quick boost of energy, which we call the sugar rush, but then you might feel tired and cranky afterward, the sugar crash. If you keep eating too much sugar over time, your pancreas might lose insulin, and this can lead to problems like not making enough insulin, which can eventually cause diabetes. So it's good to limit sugar for better health.
There are many results of sugar addiction. Diabetes is one because your pancreas not having enough insulin results in no sugar control. One side effect of diabetes is that your white blood cells stop curing inflammation. Researchers identify higher levels of inflammation in the bodies of people with type 2 diabetes.
The results of diabetes are again caused by the pancreas not having enough insulin. Some signs of diabetes are excessive need of water, blurred vision, and sores do not heal. You might be surprised that injuries do not heal, but that is because diabetes can stop the process of white blood cells curing inflammation. Does sugar really make us hyper? Yes, it does. Well, sugar makes us hyper because when the brain signals a reward system, the dopamine, which we call the happy chemical for a reason, afterward the reward system is signaled to boost the temporary energy of sugar rush.
Corn syrup and sugar are made of completely different molecules. When I say completely, only a few differences. Corn syrup, sugar is made of 12 atoms of carbon, 22 atoms of hydrogen, and 11 atoms of oxygen. Corn syrup also has carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen, but it has traces of sodium, potassium, and nitrogen in certain quantities. This is why sugar is able to produce glucose chemicals, while corn syrup fails to do so. Jay, can you tell everyone about the benefits and disadvantages of sugar?
Sure. Sugar has many benefits and disadvantages. Sugar can provide primary nutrition because the brain uses glucose to power our brain. It also reduces stress by making dopamine and gives us energy. However, sugar can cause a number of diseases such as diabetes when the pancreas doesn't have insulin, and obesity when sugar causes a person to be obese. Now we would like to tell you how to use sugar wisely.
Instead of facing the dire consequences of eating this tiny health issue-making grain, we can offer more healthier versions instead. For example, you can not drink fizzy drinks and you can switch to herbal tea. You can also limit daily sugar intake. The World Health Organization, WHO, will recommend 12 teaspoons a day for the average adult. You can also eat healthy snack alternatives such as yogurt and, no, you're not eating things like this. Or this either. Thank you for listening.
And have a pleasant afternoon.
Thank you, guys. Any other questions for the team?
Yes. Okay, let's start with Dr. Shin. Okay, it's very interesting. I'm very guilty of eating too much sugar. All right, so we definitely need sugar. We have to eat it, right? Okay, so let's say today I have to run a race. It's okay, don't worry. I have to run a race. Would you recommend that I eat sugar before the race?
No, because you can feel drowsy in the middle of the race.
Okay, but let's say it's a very short race. Let's say I have to run just 100 meters. It's just over there. It's not 10.
I would recommend you to have sugar, but
Small doses.
yeah, only a little. I wouldn't recommend five candy bars, or rather if you're really tired, I would recommend you to charge up your energy by eating yogurt because that also contains sugar, but that might not really have a lot of disadvantages.
Okay, very, very good.
Small doses, everyone. Small doses.
Small doses. Yes, Dr. Kwon. The next question I have for you is, okay, so small doses of sugar, it does help when I go and compete. It helps me to not be tired. Now, is sugar the only food or substance that gives us a crash? Do you think other food does it too? Just what you think. You don't have to give me a yes or a correct or incorrect. What do you think?
We don't quite think so.
I think
Because sugar is found in many foods. Sugar is found in rice, in fruits, basically almost everything.
Very good. So that explains if I eat a big bowl of pasta, it also gives me a crash sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Could be the sugar, right?
Yeah,
Interesting.
because there's grape sugar inside every
Monosaccharide.
monosaccharide.
Oh, very, very good. Well, thank you very much. We'll check our TV.